Be warned, this video will contain spoilers. According to star, executive producer, and co-creator Max Thieriot, Fire Country will reveal the true identity of Prison Bode for the first time. He is what he calls a darker side, a little bit of that edge. The series began with Bode's pseudo being out at 3 Rock, and the last season finished with him sending himself back to jail by lying at his parole hearing to assure his pal Freddie's release in order to shut a narcotics probe at the fire camp. In doing so, he surprised his friends and family who had been expecting him to go. Now, 6 months later, things are strained between Bode and his love interest Gabriella. She wanted to be by his side, but he begged her to forget him. The premiere will disclose who is to blame for their current situation, and Thieriot tells us in the video interview above that he expects people to be devastated, excited, or heartbroken. But he expects Bode will have the most difficult time repairing their friendship. They have some work to be done, he says. But this is true for almost all of his relationships. He let down a lot of people, and I think he felt terrible about this difficult decision that he had to make and about what he told his parents, Thieriot said. Clearly, there's a lot of making up to do and putting all the pieces back together really with everyone. This is often easier said than done, depending on the individual. For example, his father, Vince, and former 3 Rock captain Manny will pay him a visit in prison. Bode and Vince's relationship has improved significantly since they reconciled during the first season. He has found a way to look beyond what his son has done and the past and all that they've gone through. And I think that the guilt that he carries as a father is pushed forward and forcing him to set aside all those feelings that he had and realize that the last thing he wants to do is to really lose his son, Thieriot said. Manny, who has a similar background to Bode, recognizes his failures and understands his judgments, such as those made last season. It's difficult for him to watch this guy who has these opportunities and who he knows is a decent dude at heart self-destruct a little, because I believe he recognizes the good in him and understands what it takes to be a free man and the line that you must walk. And so Manny has to walk a tight line between supporting Bode and continually being irritated with him. On the other side, Bode's connection with his mother, Sharon, who needed a kidney transplant the last time we saw her but is now healthy, requires a lot of effort. She refused to believe that he'd been put up with a positive drug test and that Vince had asked her to get their son out of prison at the end of the finale. At the same time, Bode and Sharon have a lot of rebuilding to do like Vince and Bode did in season 1. Most boys are mama's boys, Thieriot says. You can be really upset with your mom, but when you see her, it's like, it's my mom, and vice versa. Her decision also had an impact on Sharon and Vince's relationship, and it hasn't improved in the intervening seasons. It would be a shame to just forget about that and jump right back in like it's all rainbows and unicorns and roses and happy, Thieriot said. I believe that unpacking it and understanding what it means emotionally and mentally for both characters is crucial and important for the season, as well as what they're both going through and how they're feeling. That will undoubtedly happen, and I believe we will delve far further to learn the full narrative of what has occurred over the last 6 months. So there you have it all. What do you think about Fire Country Season 2? Do share your thoughts in the comments, like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. I will see you next.